Fox Sports, one of their former hairdressers was fired, and she pressed charges against essentially the company. There's so much to go into. I don't think we can squeeze it in. So
a lot of jokes there.
Yep.
Go on.
So the hairdresser, essentially, you guys don't know who any of these people are.
No.
But like Skip Bayless is a sports commentator, pretty prominent. Has I can't like he had a show with Shannon Sharp. I don't know if it was First Take or this or that. I lose track of all that. He apparently, according to this lawsuit, offered this hairdresser $1.5 million to have sex with him.
Oh my God!
And she's good at hairdressing.
For $1.5 million. Right now.
And that's the one part of the story that I actually question. It's like I said this because I was exchanging texts with my brother, and I said, "How unfuckable is Skip Bayless?
That's so weird
that this hairdresser turned that money down.
Yeah,
to be like, listen, you're married, and I don't want to get involved in all that.
I feel like for that to get turned down.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, your has to be hideous. it's terrible.
You think he gets that far?
Cringe to look
Yeah.
at.
I liked how I can't remember his name, but the other guy backhand defended him by saying how cheap he is. He would never spend $15 or something.
There's so many layers to this story.
He would have spent $15.
I feel like I'm missing this.
There's so many layers to this story. That was one of the funnier ones. Also, before I get off the Skip Bayless part, so apparently she was like aghast because he's married, and she's like, "You're married." And it's like, "Well, you're Muslim. Don't you have doesn't your dad have 3 or 4 wives?" And she's like, "My dad is dead."
And there's so many ways that I want to call bullshit on this.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how.
It is.
I feel like everyone in this is some sort of a terrible liar.
But I do want to get to the other part because this was the part that I memed out. So this hairdresser, I guess, was either friendly or just friends with whatever with this talent named Joy Taylor, and she apparently slept her way to the top. Like an executive at Fox Sports, Charlie Dixon, she was banging him. And then I think simultaneously, according to the lawsuit, she was banging one of the talent, Emmanuel Achow.
I've been there.
How is it?
Yeah.
And so
it leaves something to be desired. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
It's so, and
I am.
This is the way that lawsuits do work too. Like the defendant, the defendant or whatever, the person filing the lawsuit is always like the epitome of goodness. She's like, "Oh no, you shouldn't be getting involved with all of these affairs. You could lose your job, and this and that can happen." It's like, okay, are you this great of a human being? And like, all right, but so yeah, she got freaking railed on the internet for just running up the chain of command. And then
euphemism?
Yes. And then what was it? This is also a creepy part of this where another sports commentator, Jason Whitlock.
Yeah.
I watched his video saying and the title was "This is why I stayed far away from Joy Taylor." And the way he was describing her, he's like, her peanut butter skin.
Oh my God.
You haven't said anything, and I'm so upset.
Go ahead. Who did? That's probably the grossest part.
Yeah.
Because he was essentially saying he didn't respect her. She didn't have anything to offer. She's just she was a young girl that had a radio show in Miami very briefly, and then she gets all the way to having this show on Fox Sports.
These people are. I mean, my sentiment about people who are at that threshold essentially. Who are celebrities in this regard. They're disconnected from everything else that I find relatable.
Yeah, from ramifications too.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing about that too is I forgot about this part. So the hairdresser was telling her, you can't do this. You might get fired. And so she was, Joy Taylor allegedly said, "Oh, I won't get fired because if anything happens, I'll just say that he raped me or sexually assaulted me," pulling that power move. It's like, wow.
That's my backup plan too.
And so the whole point of me bringing this up is that I meme that out to an episode of What's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he was banging everyone.
Oh, that's right.
As a
Yeah,
power
yeah,
move.
yeah.
And so she was like,
They're all here to get Deed, most empowered woman in Philly.
Hey, D.
You again, listen, I'm not gonna change your rating, okay? Just be grateful for the time that we had together and beat it.
Actually, I was hoping to hang out again.
Yeah, I bet you do. It's because I gave you 1 star. I played you.
I don't need stars. I was just hoping to get laid again.
What?
Hey, D. Any chance I could get D'd again?
No, you're upset. Aren't you upset? You're upset about the 0 rating I gave you.
No. You could rate me lower if you like.
Hey, are you the whore who bangs everybody?
she's saying that she was so empowered and this, that, and the other thing. And this is how this woman talks as well. Joy Taylor.
Philadelphia's most
Empowered woman. Yeah. And then just putting all the names of the people.
I'm not above getting D.
Yeah.
And that one did fairly well as well.
Yes.
That did well on Instagram and TikTok.
I'll watch it. It was delightful.